Hey friends, my name is Allison and I'm an expressive arts and play therapist. Today we're going to be exploring different card games that I use and how I turn a classic game into something therapeutic. Card games are great because of their portability and guaranteed skill practice. Okay, so the first game I'm going to show you guys is Uno. I love Uno because many people know how to play it. If you don't, it is actually a pretty simple game. What you do is each player starts off with a certain amount of cards. I usually let my client pick, or I'll choose depending on how long I want the game to go. Usually the standard is 7 cards each. So each person gets that same amount of cards, and you have 1 card to start off with to look at. Looking at your cards, what you do is you put down either the same number or same color, and gameplay keeps going until the person runs out of cards. Now, one trick is if you have 1 card left, you must say Uno. If you don't say Uno and the other person catches you, well, then you're going to be picking up some cards. So Uno is such a great game. I love getting to play this with clients because many clients are already familiar to this. It's great for rapport building. And stay tuned to hear about how I can make Uno a therapeutic game. Next up, we have a game that's definitely friendly in a lot of elementary classrooms, Spot It. Spot It is kind of a new twist on a matching game. What you do is you flip 2 cards and you try to find the match as fast as possible. Whoever finds the match yells, "Spot it," and say what they found. If they're first, they get to keep those cards. At the end, whoever has the most cards is the winner. There's also a few variations of this game, perhaps doing 9 cards at once. I've even made up a few different games with my clients because they're so good at this. It's a really fun game. We absolutely love it. And as much as they try to say, "Oh, there's no match, I can't find it," there is guaranteed always a match no matter what 2 cards you put down. So it's really cool, and it definitely tests your focusing abilities. The next card game I have is one you may have heard the title for, but in card game form, we have Monopoly. Now, Monopoly is a very intense, very long board game, usually. In fact, it even has that title to it about ruining families. This game I absolutely love because it has much of the same appeal of a Monopoly board game, except it does not have to take hours and hours or even days to play. You can finish in a pretty decent amount of time, and you can choose how you want to play. For Monopoly, this card game, you actually have 3 different types of cards. One is a property card. Here we have a wild that can flip, either be a pink or an orange. Money cards, we have 5 million. Or action cards. This action card asks other players to pay the rent if you own one of these 2 colors. So for example, say this is my property card. I can ask all the other players to pay me rent. I have 1 pink, that would give me $1 million. So all of the other players would need to give me $1 million. Now, to win this game, usually you have to get 3 full sets of properties. So just like in the regular Monopoly game, where once you get a set, you can put houses, instead, once you get a set, there are some house cards, but that's actually just one more step closer to winning. So in order to get a full set for my pink or orange, it looks like I would need 1, 2, 3 pinks or 1, 2, 3 oranges. Now there are some other cards that might not be 3. For example, the card for the railroads are actually 4, or the cheapest, Baltic Avenue, is just simply 2. This is a great game. Like I said, 3 full sets is the standard. If you want to play a quicker game, you can knock it down to 2 sets or even 1. If you want to play a longer game, bump it up even more. This game is so much fun. It really takes a lot of focus, a lot of strategy planning for when you're going to play an action card. And of course, you're working on that frustration tolerance and being able to take a loss. So that's why I really love Monopoly game. And finally, we have a game that's actually pretty new to me, but I thought it was so interesting I had to get it. It's called Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. Now, remember this name because it's very important for gameplay. So in this game, you're going to separate all of the cards evenly between your players. Surprise, surprise, but there's actually only a few play themes that I want to focus on when talking about these card games. First, we have control and safety themes and relationship themes. Something interesting about these games is, of course, you're going to have mastery play. Trying to figure out who's going to be the winner is huge with card games. After all, that is the point of playing these games. Now, I know the play themes were a little short, but let's talk about how many treatment goals there are for these card games. Look at this huge list of treatment goals. Ones that you can definitely focus on when you're using card games would be things like problem-solving skills and distress tolerance. This all goes back to those play themes of mastery play. Who's going to win and how are they going to do it? Now let's talk about how to use it and that therapeutic game I was talking about earlier. Feelings Uno. Each color is a different feeling. Every time you put down a card, share one thing that makes you feel that color's feeling. Red is anger, green is happiness, blue is sad, yellow is scared, and wild is your choice. Or choose your own feelings for each color. Which of these is your favorite to play? Leave a comment down below. And that's it for all of my card games. Stay tuned next week for a few more. If you'd like to get one of these for yourself, the links are in the description below. Thanks for exploring with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And remember, enjoy playing.